Hey everyone, it's Lindy. Hope everyone's doing good today. So this video that I'm making today is about why empaths are so powerful. What makes the empath type such a powerful person? And there are many reasons, but I wanted to make this video to empower empaths because you know, I see a lot of chatter online and things like this about kind of like having a victim mentality, empaths having a victim mentality, like, oh, it's so hard for me because I feel everything, and oh, it's so hard, you know, those emotional vampires are getting the best of me. You know, I just see that kind of stuff, and I just wanted to set the record straight. This video is made by an empath who feels very empowered, and maybe I need to share a little bit of that, so maybe you can empathically pick up some of my powerful energy, because I really have learned how to hone in my empathic abilities and use them for my benefit and the benefit of others. So the first really important thing that empaths should know is if you are an empath, you are extrasensory. You have an extra sense, and that is clairsentience. So that's extra feeling. So you feel deeper and you feel more than the average person, and that's a very powerful thing. You know, that means that we as empaths love more. You know, we feel more, and we feel the subtle energies. And I feel that that's a gift. I wouldn't change being an empath. I have had, you know, times in my past where it has been very challenging to be an empath, and I just want to turn it off. But the good thing about being an empath, being a educated empath, and, you know, knowing that about yourself, is you can also learn how to control it. It's not completely out of your control. And I think that's important for the viewers to know, that there are ways to control this gift, and you can use it as a sixth sense. It's a little bit of a tongue tire. Anyway, oh, by the way, I got like a rockin' new haircut. What do you think? I kind of am digging it. So, anyway, also, yeah, we're very intuitive people, as far as our feelings are concerned, and picking up on feelings and energies from people, places, even things. And this can really help you so much. We're good at reading people, and this has helped me tremendously. Since empaths, they are like walking lie detectors. I mean, they really are. They can't read minds, so they're not going to be able to know exactly where the untruth is, or what the untruth is, or what the lie is. But we can sense that there is some dishonesty. And this has helped me trust my own intuition so much, because growing up, being an empath, I always had this underlying sense that there was something not right about the world. And I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I've had this feeling about several things, and I'll just give a specific example. I had this feeling about the media, so about the news, and I always did since I was a child. And I couldn't put my finger on it, but I just knew that something about the news seemed really fake. And I'm talking about the mainstream media. So the mainstream news channels and the mainstream media. Anytime I would watch it, it would seem really phony to me. Like, the newscasters would seem very phony and fake. And also the content seemed kind of bizarre. And then come to find out, like, later on, when I got older, I did find out that our media is not mainstream media. They just paint like this very, very small picture for you of what is actually happening in the world. So it's not accurate. It's like taking a crumb out of a big pie. So you're just only getting like a small fraction of the truth. So they don't report the news, essentially. I mean, they report some news, but a lot of it is not reported to us. A lot of what happens in the world, like in other countries, and even in our own country, it's not reported. We do not get the full truth. And also on top of that, they do a lot of fear mongering on the news. So they'll find something really bad that happened, and then they'll just like hone in on that one thing, and that's what the entire hour of the news will be about. And they'll just focus on this one like really negative, really horrible thing that happened. And I could go further into this. I mean, it's further distorted than this. But, you know, I won't really get too into like the conspiracy theories and things like this, or the conspiracy. It's not even like a theory, really. It's just a conspiracy. But, you know, empaths are good at detecting those kind of things. And then, so you really do learn to trust your intuition and to trust what you're picking up. And you can use that to really help guide you through your life. Once you start to gain some confidence that your intuition actually is accurate and it is helping you out and it's on your side. So I would say that empaths are just extremely intuitive people, and you can learn to find confidence in that in your own ways. Maybe you already have, and that's great. So those are some examples of why empaths are so powerful, and it's kind of like having the superpower of being an empath. You know, and then when we stand in our power and we stop letting the energy influence us. I mean, some empaths don't think that we actually have a choice, but we do. We have a choice to what we want to let in and influence us, and what we want to feel all the way through, and what we don't. It is a choice. And once you realize that, and you're coming from that perspective, that I have a choice, then it becomes a lot more powerful. It becomes a gift, and it's not so much a curse. You really do have a choice of what you are willing to take on outside of yourself and what you're not. And a way that I actually started doing this, because there was a point in my life being an empath that I did not know all this, and I would just give my permission subconsciously to people to pick up all of their garbage, everything that was going on inside of themselves that they did not want to deal with would just get dumped onto me. It would get converted over to me, and then I would take that on as my own. But you have a choice. You don't have to do that. And it's really good to get in the habit of asking yourself, is this mine? Is this mine? When you are feeling an emotion, some type of energy that has come through, and it is now in you and you're feeling it as your own, it's really good, especially if it's like a negative, like a sad or an angry, or, I mean, I've picked up all kinds of things from other people, but I will give you one specific example. So, my husband and I, we were at this event, like a social gathering, a party, and I stepped outside for a bit by myself, and I started to get this really creepy feeling inside, and I started to interpret the energy, and it came across to me as a feeling of betrayal, that I was being betrayed by my husband somehow, and he was doing something behind my back that I wasn't aware of. So in the past, I would do this crazy thing because I didn't really understand that I was picking up other people's emotions and energies outside of myself and taking them on as my own. I didn't realize that's what was going on. So when I received an emotion or an energy like that, I would just assume it was mine. And first the emotion and the energy comes forward, and then secondary to that are my thoughts. So in the past, I would start trying to rationalize why I was feeling that way, and my mind would try and mirror the emotion or energy that I was picking up. So, like, for example, what happened to me at this social gathering when I started to get this feeling of betrayal from my husband. The thoughts came forward as he's doing something behind your back. Is he like cheating on you, having an affair with someone at this function? I mean, just like crazy thoughts like that, even though I have absolutely no reason to think that my husband would be up to something like that. There's just no reasoning for it. It's just like not rational. It doesn't make sense. He is not a cheating type of person, and I don't think that he's ever been disloyal or, unfaithful to me. So those thoughts started coming through, and then I paused for a second and I asked myself, is this mine? Is this mine? Now, when you ask yourself if it's yours, you're really challenging that emotion or energy, and you're challenging it. You're basically asking it to leave. I mean, because if it's not yours, then what will happen right when you ask that question is the energy will dissipate and it will leave you. It will leave you and go away. And that is exactly what happened. I said, is this mine? And it was this awful, like, gut-wrenching feeling. And I'm sure I picked it up from someone at that party. So, I feel bad for whoever is going through that. But I have no idea who I picked it up from. Just someone. I mean, we were around a lot of people, so it could have came from any of, like, the 50 people that were there. I don't know. But I asked myself, is this mine? And sure enough, it was not. Because when you ask yourself that question, is this mine? Like I said, it will go away if it's not yours. And then everything will go back to normal. So that is a way that I have become really good at distinguishing between my own emotions and energies and other people's. Is I ask that question quite a bit. Now, also another thing I have done to really strengthen my empathic abilities and make it more a strength than a weakness is I have gotten really comfortable with my own energy. And now I know what my own energy feels like, and it's actually like a really comfortable, nice, warm, loving energy. And most empaths do have that kind of energy naturally. We're just so much like sponges where, I mean, we just pick up everyone's emotions like pretty easily. We may not even know what our own energy feels like, is the crazy thing. But I would advise just to try and go get out in nature if that is possible for you, or just go somewhere where you are very comfortable and you're not around anyone else and you have solitude, and to sit with yourself and get used to sitting by yourself and knowing what your own energy feels like. Because then when you go out and you are around other people and other influences, you will know what your own energy feels like. Then when something else comes forward and gets inside you and you take something on as your own, you can immediately ask yourself that question if it is yours, and you will be able to distinguish the difference between your own energy and other people's energy. And this has helped me a lot. Also, if I am feeling that I am really not up for, just absorbing every single thing that comes my way, and I really feel like I need a little bit of protection from that, I do put up a shield, but it's called shielding yourself. However, I think that term shielding, it kind of gets you to think about like a shield, like a metal shield or something like this. That's not particularly how I shield myself. I actually imagine a white, filtered light that goes around me. It shoots up through my root chakra, goes all the way up my chakras through my crown chakra, and then flows out like this, kind of like an egg or something like this. But it is malleable, and it has little particles, so it's a filter, so things can come through that. Because I personally don't feel like blocking or shielding myself off from every single energy or emotion or vibe that I come in contact with in a day. I don't like to shield myself off to that point, so that's why I put a filter up. And then I feel that the intention you set with that is most important. So the intention I set is, I say to myself, I put up this filter. Only thoughts, energies, and emotions that will help me grow on a spiritual, mental, or emotional level are allowed in. So once again, this is what I say. I put up a filter. Thoughts, emotions, and energies that are useful or beneficial, however you want to word it. It's just the basic idea of this that matters. So thoughts, emotions, and energies that are beneficial to my growth and learning are allowed in. Basically, the idea is that I'm only letting in outside influences that will be beneficial to my growth and learning, because you don't want to pass up any opportunity that's going to help your soul grow and learn and evolve. And sometimes we grow and learn and evolve from hard situations, challenging situations that are hard to go through. So that way I'm not completely blocking myself from any opportunity to grow or learn, but specific energies that are out there that are just kind of like not resonant with me are not going to come through. If they don't resonate with me, they're not going to come. They're not going to be able to get through my filter, and they're not going to be able to get inside me and become my own emotions or energies. So yeah, just a little helpful tip. This video is getting long, so I'll try to wrap it up here. I also just want to let all the empaths out there know that another way to step into your power as an empath is become a part of an empath group. Surround yourself with other empaths, because they're really great. They usually are interested in very similar, hobbies and things like this, lifestyles that you have, and they're just really great people. And I am part of an empath group on Facebook. It's called #RockinEmpath. So the Rockin is, of course, just the IN, so ROCKIN, and empath. #RockinEmpath. I'm part of that group. There's a lot of empaths in that group, and they are so helpful. And when you're going through a hard time, or you need advice, or you just need some love, they're there to always help me, and they have really helped me change my perspective, or gave me some more tools to use as an empath. So that group has been very helpful to me. And that's about all I'm going to cover today. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has been very helpful to those out there that are energy sensitive and empaths. And bless your day, bless your journey. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.